Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm trying a new setup today. I finally got my condenser mic, so I got that earlier this week. And sadly, it is September 11th, 2016, so it is the 15th anniversary of the Twin Towers attack. So, while that's not going to be the subject of today's video, my thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to anyone who lost family members during that tragic event. Alright, but I don't want to get this. This is not a sad video. This is supposed to be an uplifting and positive video. I don't want to dwell too much on that. And I did have a topic in mind that was going to be a little more serious than what this particular topic is. But something that happened on Thursday changed my mind. So there's a radio slash podcast slash YouTube channel that is hosted by Steven Crowder called Louder with Crowder. And on that program, I had tweeted out something in response to an image of what I guess was his wife. And he actually read my tweet on the air. So my joke was broadcast over the radio and through his various channels. The joke was, you should be ashamed of your wife for promoting an unrealistic body type that is her actual body. So, he kind of butchered the delivery a little bit, but yes, that was my tweet. I am the HUMANE mind at Real Life Super. And I thought that was pretty cool, and he had Lauren Southern on, and part of the conversation that they had was about Amy Schumer and Lena Dunham. And he'd been talking about how Lena Dunham was ridiculous for practically throwing herself at a athlete and wondering why he didn't find her attractive. And that's part of what I'm going to be talking about, is that the whole body positivity movement and, anti-fat shaming and everything that goes with that. And it's apparent to anyone who's actually watching these women who are unhappy with how they look. They are not fine with being fat. They're miserable. So you would think that she would work on areas that she can fix. She can't fix her face. I can't fix my face. I can't fix my height. I can't fix the fact that I need glasses. I could wear contacts, but that's beside the point. There's only so many things that you can change. But the fact that she isn't changing something that is changeable that she doesn't like about herself. She said that she doesn't feel attractive at these kinds of events, and that she was, kind of projecting onto this man and saying, he was, I don't know what, saying that he was fat shaming or something along those lines. But really, that's because she's ashamed of how she looks. Which I don't understand, because that is something you can fix. Same thing with Amy Schumer. If she's not happy with how she looks, if she's not happy with her body image, that is something you can change. It's not up to everyone else to not, to accept you as who you are, or to think that how you look is attractive. It's up to you to change yourself, to be the best version of yourself. Now, no one expects Amy Schumer and Lena Dunham to look like Taylor Swift or Mila Jovovich or, I don't know, who else is Kate Moss apparently is a supermodel that's really thin. I can't even picture what she looks like. I don't even know. But it's not like she's going to be a Victoria's Secret model or anything like that, because there's something different about models, and that generally supermodels, like Victoria's Secret models, or, high fashion like the Heidi Klum and Cindy Crawford, who's the other one? Kathy Ireland. Trying to think of other supermodels, and I can't think of any. Tyra Banks. Yeah, and I don't know any. I don't follow fashion. I don't follow those. I just know that those are really attractive women, but they're not just attractive in the face, they're also attractive in their body shape. Some of them are really skinny. I know Mila Jovovich is very skinny. Like, it looks almost unhealthy how skinny she is. That's one extreme. Taking it to the complete opposite end, where you're saying that a woman can be really, really big and be attractive, not the same thing. And there's a very good example of this. There's DNCE has a music video for their song Toothpaste. And the model in the video is a plus size model, but she is extremely gorgeous. She is absolutely stunning. That's the fact that she is a little thicker is not what makes her attractive. What makes her attractive are her facial features, her eyes, her movements are very graceful. She's not heaving for breath after taking 2 steps in the music video or walking up the steps. There's nothing about her appearance or her mannerisms that would make people think, wow, that poor girl is struggling to do physical activity. She doesn't look like she's fighting it. She also appears, although in less, and to a lesser degree, in DNCE's video Cake by the Ocean, where they're fighting and throwing cake at each other. She was one of the models that was on the beach. So she was like twice the size of some of the other models, but she still looks great. And she's still running around and throwing it, and she's not like... That's the part that these people don't tend to understand. While that model, I don't remember her name exactly, I'll look it up and post it in the thing. She's a plus size model. She's still very attractive and she's still healthy despite her size. So that's why she's still attractive. She's still eye-catching. She's still engaging. People still look at her and are like, wow, that girl is gorgeous. I mean, not everybody, but I think she's gorgeous, so everybody else can go screw themselves or whatever. I don't care. But that model ended up losing weight, and people shamed her for that. And people were like, oh, how dare you lose weight? And I'm like, that's because it's something she could do. All it takes is a little bit of willpower. It takes a right diet, a right amount of exercise or a workout routine or whatever. It takes actually doing something and actually wanting to do something to change your appearance. And she did it the healthy way. She didn't fad diet. She didn't get liposuction or some kind of drastic surgery. No, she changed her habits. That's something that these other people don't seem to take into account. Is these people who are proud to be over 300 pounds, which is not healthy for anyone of any size. I don't know of her exact weight, but I know she wasn't 300 pounds. I know she wasn't heaving for breath. I know she wasn't having joint issues. I know she didn't have diabetes. She wasn't having, cholesterol issues, heart failure. Those are things that go along with being overweight and being unhealthy. Now, there are extremes for everyone. There, like I said, with the degrees of masculinity and femininity, there's a degree of healthy and unhealthy for everyone. There is a range. Now, while Lena Dunham and Amy Schumer may be in the range where they are still healthy and they're not experiencing extreme health issues, they're still not at the optimum. And that is the goal, is you shouldn't be comparing yourself to someone like, say, Taylor Swift, who is incredibly fit and attractive and thin. Lena Dunham will never be on the same level as her friend Taylor Swift. It's just not, that's reality. But she can be a better version of Lena Dunham. She can be more attractive than she currently is. And she can do this by changing her habits, changing her lifestyle, changing her mentality about things. It's painfully obvious that she continually plays the victim and continually puts her problems onto other people's shoulders because she doesn't want to take the responsibility for herself to say that she is responsible for her life and where she is at the moment, where she's unhappy. It's painfully obvious that she's not happy with herself, with her situation, even though she's successful, she's wealthy, she's got a hit TV show. I don't know what happened. I don't care enough or, follow the news enough to know what happened with the whole fiance situation. Last I heard before the weekend was that she was engaged to a guy from FUN, and I was like, okay, that's weird, but it is what it is. But now she's like trying to hit on people, and she's crying into the press about how guys aren't finding her attractive, and I was like, that's really bizarre, because she doesn't see herself as attractive. So not only is she not confident in her appearance, she doesn't hold herself highly, she doesn't think of herself as a good person. So why would anyone else why would anybody else find her attractive? It's bizarre. If you're not happy with yourself, improve yourself. Understand what you can't change, but fix what you can change. That's what I've been doing my entire life, is like, hey, I can't change my height. I can slightly change my voice, even though I'm not happy with my voice. There are exercises and things that I'm doing to try to lower my voice, and it's showing slightly. So you got to understand the things that you can't change about yourself. You can't change your facial feature without drastic surgery that no one should do, because then it's not you, it's something else. It's not who you are. And everybody wants to find someone who can appreciate them for who they are. But in order to do that, you have to be the best version of yourself, or at least strive to be the best version of yourself. Because maybe they won't see who you are right now as someone worthwhile, or someone worth, someone that is attractive, or someone that they want to spend time and energy with. But if they see you making progress towards an end game, towards the ideal version of yourself, maybe they'll see that potential, and they'll be like, you know what? This girl is not everything I'm looking for, but she could be. And that's one thing that people don't tend to understand with this mentality. It's the fat shaming, anti-fat shaming. It's the positive body image despite whatever body image you have. And it's also the born this way excuse. I'm going to be talking about born this way over the next few videos. I don't know how many. I know at least 2 more videos about the born with this way excuse, which is stupid. Because you're born a crying baby that is naked, who craps in his own diaper, or his or her own diaper, and cries about everything and needs everything handed to them. That's not how you are now. That's not how you are now. So why would you use the excuse of, I was born this way and I have to stay this way? I was born pudgy and then I stayed pudgy and I can't fix it. There's so many things about you that have changed since you're born. There's so many things about you that you have developed. You've become an adult in some ways, and in this one area, you've chosen to not become an adult and take responsibility for. Now, I will never be the same as like a John Cena or Michael Jordan or Terry Crews. I'm trying to think of guys that are built. Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was in his prime. Dwayne Johnson. I will never be like one of those guys. I won't even get like a quarter of what Bruce Lee was. Although that's kind of more my body type. Where my muscles don't get bigger, they just get stronger, more condensed. That's more my body type. So I won't ever match the ideal of those physiques of those guys who look all roided out or whatever. Well, Dwayne Johnson doesn't look roided out, but that's kind of, you're like, oh, that dude looks ripped. Almost cussed on there. That dude looks ripped. And that's kind of like, oh, dude, if I had abs like that or whatever, yeah. I'm working on that. I'm working towards that. I know there are areas that I could improve, and I'm changing those things. I'm not focusing on the things I can't change about me or the things that I don't like about me that are really difficult. No, you focus on the area, or see, there are some things that are really hard to identify what the root of your problem is. But your body image is very easy to identify what the root of the problem is. It's your eating habits and it's your exercise habits. Those are two simple things that you could change about your life, and you could change yourself forever. And you just make them a habit every day, going out running, every day, doing whatever you need to do to get in shape. Every day eating right, watching what you eat, treating your body like it is something to be preserved and protected because you care about your future and you care about how other people view you. So those are my thoughts on that. Sorry to go on so long. Wanted to keep this, a little lighthearted, a little upbeat. I'm going to throw in sections of the DNCE videos. And like usual, I didn't plan an actual ending to this video, so I'm going to just try to remember a quote from the top of my head. See, I really should pick out quotes and then go watch the actual image or whatever and then come back and do it, so that way I don't mess it up like I did in the last video where I got the quote completely off. It was so bad. I mean, it was the same concept. It's just none of the right words. The only word I got right was roommate and mom. I guess that's 2 words, but oh, it's so bad. So, well, now that I'm thinking about Rick Moranis, I'm going to go with this one. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?